now to that dramatic rescue off North Carolina. The Coast Guard airlifting 14 people from life rafts after their famous ship, the HMS Bounty, sank. At least one person died. Another is still missing. ABC's Matt Gutman has the latest.
We're right over the raft, back 10.
On that raft in the middle of the roiling sea with Sandy bearing down members of the crew of the HMS Bounty who were swept overboard by a giant wave on Sunday.
Survivors coming out of the raft.
Then a welcome sight, the outstretched hand of rescue swimmer Dan Todd of the U.S. Coast Guard.
So I jumped in and I said, hey, I'm Dan. I heard you guys need a ride.
Just 2 rescuers towing the 14 crew members one by one to Coast Guard helicopters hovering 30 feet above the water, fighting 50-mile-per-hour winds.
It's like a washing machine. I mean, you have 20 to 30-foot waves hitting you from different sides.
Later that evening, searchers found crew member Claudine Christian floating in her inflatable survival suit. She didn't make it. In an exclusive interview, her mother says she died doing what she loved.
She actually said the words, if I go down with the ship, just remember how happy I was. But I know she was scared.
The Bounty's captain, Robin Walbridge, remains missing this morning, 2 days after his vessel began to take on water in rough seas. This morning, there are questions about why a distress call to the Coast Guard at 9 p.m. Sunday night may have been rescinded, the crew remaining on board the sinking ship for 7 hours.
You know, I told my husband, I said, you know, I'm kind of worried that they won't want to lose the ship. That was really kept resonating with me, is that they didn't have the guard come the first time.
The ship, built for the 1962 classic Mutiny on the Bounty, was a fixture in other Hollywood movies, but her owner, Bob Hansen, says the Bounty's main purpose was as a floating museum after being rebuilt from nearly total disrepair in 2001.
We saved her from literally the graveyard once, and to have her go like this is just heart-wrenching.
This morning, the Coast Guard is investigating why this attempt to save the HMS Bounty from Hurricane Sandy
Survivors in the water with Dan.
turned into a frantic rescue mission. And right now, that search operation is still underway. The Coast Guard is using ships and planes like the one you see right next to me. Now, one of the things that may be keeping the captain of the Bounty alive is one of the suits like this one. This is a survival suit. It has a strobe light, it has very thick neoprene, and this flotation device in the back. Amy?
Remarkable. ABC's Matt Gutman, thanks so much.